Good morning. It's time for coffee with Karma. And today I'm going to ask you the question, what is your geek factor? And if you're not sure what it is, how do you find it? I'm going to be sharing with you today some tips on how to identify that unique super sauce that you have that makes you you and will make you a more successful author. Hi, my name is Carma Spence, and I help entrepreneurs write and publish books in 90 days or less. Now, through my life, I was kind of bullied as a kid, and I was teased a lot, ruthlessly, and so I spent a lot of time alone because I just didn't want to hang out with the bullies. Gee, I wonder why. And then I got older, and I started noticing that the very things that caused me to be ostracized, teased, and bullied when I was in elementary school and in junior high were the very things that attracted people to me and made them say weird things like, gee, Karma, you're cool, or gee, Karma, you rock. And I'm like, where were you when I was in elementary school? So if you are struggling to find out what your geek factor is, what your secret sauce is, go back to the early days, which you've probably blocked out because of the trauma, and dig up those things that people used to tease you about. Now, I'm not talking about the zits, okay? Zits don't make you cool, they make you annoyed. But what personality quirks did you have that people used to tease you about? So for example, people used to tease me about the things I was interested in. I used to love the weekends because that's when I got to sit down and spend hours watching cartoons and kaiju movies. I mean, I loved me some Godzilla, but especially loved me some Gamera. I mean, what is not to like about a giant space turtle that likes children? Just saying. If you don't like Gamera, you don't need to work with me. I don't know. Anyway, look for those things. So that is your number one clue. What are the things that made you you that people used to tease you about? They're probably things that are going to draw your ideal clients to you now. Some other things that you can mine for your geek factor are, what are the things you are passionate and curious about both then and now? What are those things that you just like, you could just go down the rabbit hole reading about? Share those things because they are kind of what makes you unique, what makes you you. Challenges you've overcome, because the way we grow and evolve as human beings is by overcoming stuff that gets in our way. That's what makes us stronger. That's what makes us more creative. And they are stories that we can share on social media, in our blog posts, in our talks, in our books that make us unique. So two books may be sharing about the same topic, but because the stories that got that information out are different, they will resonate with different audiences. Life experiences, share your life experiences, both good and bad. I mean, if you've been watching Coffee with Karma, you know that I've shared things like the death of my younger sister, or, the fact that I have a cat. I love my cat. Oh, I am addicted to cat videos because I have a cat. What can I say? Your values. Now, you don't sit here and go, my values are blah, 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 unless that's pertinent to what you're talking about. But you express your values in certain ways. So, for example, creativity is one of my values. Well, if you look at my content, that is blatantly obvious. I can't not be creative in the way I express myself and in images I share. I love things that are creative, and that is a value of mine, and it's just part of what makes me me. And then here's Now, here's a little outside of the box tip. Go to one of your favorite fictional worlds. I tend to go to the Hundred Acre Wood or Star Trek Original Voyage or Next Generation. Anyone that has like a set of characters. There's a group of characters. It could be Harry Potter. I don't know. Whatever your each character has its own unique qualities, right? So I'm going to go with the Hundred Acre Wood. So you've got Winnie the Pooh, you've got Piglet, you've got Tigger, you've got Rabbit, Owl, Eeyore, Kangaroo, although they barely have personalities. Each of them have personalities. Which one's your favorite? Because your favorite one is probably the one that is most like you. So, for example, my favorite character in Hundred Acre Wood is Tigger. Well, what are the two main qualities that Tigger has? Number one, he's hyper as all get out. Hello, I have ADD. And second of all, he is so into like, yes, I love that. And then he just tastes it and it's like, no, I don't love that. I'm totally like that. It's like I'm going like, yes, I'm so willing to love something. And then sometimes I find out, yes, I really do love it. And sometimes I'm like, no, not so much. Okay, never mind. Your favorite characters in fiction say something about you and they illuminate your geek factor. So, now that you have some ideas of how to find your geek factor, find it, share it, drop it in a comment below. I'll see you tomorrow. Ciao.